My name is Ikkcicle, and I live in an igloo. In the desert? Why I chose this lifestyle is no one's clue, but one thing is certain, I love the place.
Okay.
It's spacious enough for me and my pet cat called Dollop, and all of the things I need to survive quite well. I tamed my cat by feeding him several raw fish that I found in this or possibly a different biome. The ice for my igloo was shipped in via Amazon Express from the frozen wastes over 1,000 blocks away. I think the igloo is made of granite though, so my product review is going to be 1 star. I've just moved in and it's lovely. Let me give you a tour. As we enter the igloo, you can see there are 2 glass windows either side and a vast expanse of desert as far as the eyes can see. Please ignore the ocean and possible river systems nearby. It's a desert of fish and whole ecosystems.
Yeah, so not a desert, is it?
Yeah, sorry, Rodney. I have a double bed, and it's blue, just like my hoodie. It keeps me warm and stylish on all occasions. Not the bed, that's not warm at all. Here's my favourite painting in the game. I mean life. It's called Graham and it's just hilarious. I have a fire in the middle because I need the warmth, and it hasn't killed me yet. Which is surprising really due to the silent threat of carbon monoxide poisoning and smoke inhalation, so I left a big hole in the ceiling, which is probably known as a chimney. An igloo chimney. An igloo-chim. It's great for eliminating smoke and odours, but during a storm I'm a big wet pigeon. Behind me is my delightful orchid, which I've been growing for a number of minutes. And a cactus, which is primed to spike trendy get-setters like myself. Oh damn, I've been growing that. As I drifted off to sleep, I thought deeply about wooden pickaxes. How they are quite possibly the best thing ever invented. Invented by Steven Stevenson, who may or may not appear in another episode of this fantastic series. I woke up to call him. I want to talk about his invention.
Who is this?
Oh sorry, it's Ikkcicle, the Giga Chad mad lad.
Oh hey Ick, how's it going?
Fine, yeah. Talk about the wooden pickaxe please, otherwise people will disconnect from a possible all-seeing eye that follows me around, I think.
Okay, well the wooden pickaxe was invented in 1959 and its very purpose was to chip away at the
It was at that moment that I realised I was dreaming, and Steven Stevenson was not a real person in this episode. As my headache cleared, I thought about it a little bit more. And what was I thinking? The wooden pickaxe is atrocious and needs to be removed from the game, post-haste. So that does it. I'm taking this thing and doing something I should have done years ago. I'm going to build a giant toilet and flush it symbolically. Survival players throw these things away, and so will I. It was at that moment that I had to reveal the truth to you all. I'm capable of flying, creatively, in creative mode. And with that, I shall find a hill to build my plopper, my John, my WC. It's not my girlfriend. It's a device to allow pooing and removal of badness.
Huh?
I heard a sound, and it was some kind of merchant.
Huh?
So seeing as I'm new here, I decided to assault the man and steal his loot, that I imagined bursted from his body. After many punchings and troublings, he finally went down, but nothing popped out. So I stole his camels and attempted to take them home with the pretzel I found. Oh, it's a rope. I'll bring them back. And it was during this journey I thought long and hard about my existence. What's the point of any of this? Well, I'll tell you, Sonny Jim, it's building. It is all about the building. Construction of things, that's right, we like things, don't we? This was an epic trip back across the vast plains of desert that I see before me. But I finally reached home, didn't I? Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with the camels when I get home with them. Maybe I'll cook them into barbecue, that sounds delicious. No, wait. I'm a good guy. Even though I literally just killed a man and stole his camels, I'm a good guy, yeah? I'm not a fiend of eating. But still, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll take them back, raise them as my own, like Dollop, have 3 pets instead of 1. I don't know if he'll agree with that, but I'll ask him. They don't fit into my house. Oh no, what can I do? Luckily, there's a tether over here. Heading back to the plains and random areas, I decided to see how deep this woodpig could go. I'm really hoping it's as bad as I think it is. Let's find out. And I was quite surprised, to be honest with you. I opened a mini cave system and terrifyingly looked around before digging further down. It was quite shocking. Look how dark it is. I don't have any torches. I'm not prepared for this. So with that, I went back to the opening and decided to continue my journey. Using the pickaxe, it's completely gone. It's done. Now the darkness scared me, and I have absolutely no way of getting back to the surface, so I decided to end it. Oh, I have returned through the power of skill to the surface to continue my journey of destruction. So here it goes. I found a nice mountaintop and started building. Here is my attempt at removing nature, creating a plateau. I'm building the footprint of my fantastic megastructure. I've seen toilets a million times in my life, so I know the general structure, but I don't know how they work. I think it's mechanical. It needs to be big enough to allow me to throw the pickaxe away and allow roaming giants to excrete with no privacy. After a while, I realized that the whole thing up to this point was made of white wool, which is a white block, but not exactly the most hygienic. And I'm not sure it could take the weight of a fully grown adult, let alone a fee-fi-fo-fum. So even though nobody in the universe is ever going to use this except me to flush a wooden pickaxe, I decided to correct my mistake and use white concrete. Unfortunately, there are still some wool blocks in there, but let's just imagine for a moment that it possesses some extra absorbent blocks for those diuretic times. After building for hours, I found an offhand feature which is quite lovely, but at the same time I don't want it, so I have to unequip. How do I do that? Thankfully it's fairly easy to do. Just look at the inventory and there, done, one hand. Now for the bowl. It took me a lot of messing around trying to get the proportions right, and checking back was challenging. I wanted to add a lid on the water box. They call it a cistern, and I did, lovingly. Here's the progress for now, and I'm quite impressed. I want to add some bolts and other features near the bottom. Water will soon flow from the pipes and allow me to flush. There's a lot of monsters in this box. Look at this, what's going on here? Why is there a zombie at the bottom of the toilet? It's like a mermaid zombie thing. What is this? You really want to hang around where the poop goes? Okay, that's fine. You take your fancy. That's fine. Now, for the water feature, I want to add a simple pond in there with no flowing water, which is easier said than done. Here, as you can see, I've added way too much water. It's not a swimming pool. It's not some kind of luxury item. This is a toilet. And after messing around for so long, I finished. Now I can add the poop, which every toilet artwork should have, and we've done it. Let's add some corn for effect. How sweet this is. I wanted to add an animation and a flushing system, but this is only a 10-minute video, not a degree in cartooning. Now let's take a step back and enjoy what we've accomplished. It's beautiful. There's only one more thing that I need to do, and that's dispose of the wooden pickaxe. I've been carrying a few for the duration of my adventure, and here it goes. A little bit too close. So let's throw it again. Nice, it's gone. The toilet does lead to the river system because all toilets must lead to fresh water and no treatment plants, just straight into the rivers and seas. I think it's good. I think it's great. It's done the job of removing the pickaxe, which is a poop item. I'm happy to keep this toilet here, and as I reflect on the day's adventure, I remember other things that we can flush. There's many things I'd like to flush. We'll go through them in another video, but here's a list of some of them. There's so many things that I can put in the toilet, so many things I want to flush away. It's been a good adventure, hasn't it? I built this thing, it took me hours. It's not big enough. I think it needs to be bigger. The giants, they're going to be disappointed. And you know what? I'm happy with this. And we finally got to meet. It's nice to meet you.